everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Die Another Day. It's been weeks.
A long time.
Weeks. And we're thrilled. I almost convinced her to put alcohol in our tea because we're that excited.
I could arrange that. I have several bottles not far away.
It may happen still. Anyways, I am Yarn Enabler. I'm Amanda. You can find me on Etsy and Instagram, rarely on Facebook and Ravelry, but I'm kind of there. I've got a username. And my lovely co-host.
I'm Christina, and you can find me online as the Cozy Knitter. I'm on Instagram and Ravelry every day.
Every day. And we're back, and we're so excited to be filming. We have so much to show you.
We're in my new chateau.
New house.
I don't know technically what does chateau translate to?
Castle.
Not a castle, just new house.
It's kind of huge. We lost the children, which is wonderful.
There are more rooms they can hide in.
Yeah, it's great.
So that's been working out great for losing kids.
So we're gonna test, I think, a few different spots to film, and then Christina's gonna buy some new furniture. And so I'm not sure how long we'll sit here in the kitchen, but we'll see.
The pantry.
And the fridge is right there, and that's been bothering us because there's this little slice of gray.
You can see my shopping list is like right there.
I almost got a double-pointed needle in the eyeball.
But this one is not.
This eyeball.
This one is not too sharp.
Oh yeah, it would have glanced off the contact and into my nose. Actually, that probably might have improved my eyesight, so you never know.
We can try it.
Yeah. So not only do we have a lot to talk about, we had a big weekend.
We did.
We might as well start current and work our way back so we can remember.
Yes. Go for it.
We were at the Kitchener-Waterloo Knitters Fair.
It was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun. I met a lot of you guys. That was a lot of fun.
I was dying laughing because as the show doors were opening, like everybody had the nervous jitters because none of us had ever done a show before.
I was so nervous.
And we're like, okay, the doors are open, And what if nobody comes? And so we're kind of towards the back from the door. And all of a sudden there's these four ladies running. And they're like tracking down the thing and like nudging each other. We're like, where are they going? And I'm like looking behind me.
It was a little scary.
I don't really know because
we were in a corner.
And behind us was curtains, so you couldn't really see behind there from the door.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I think they might be coming for you. So I believe they were podcast watchers.
They were.
They were definitely
awesome.
coming for you.
I was scared until I realized they didn't mean me any harm.
It was just a great time, a great way to sort of open it up, and
it was fun. It was nice meeting everybody and taking pictures, signing autographs, which was like weird. And it was funny. People were hunting me down. I tried to like hide behind her booth so I could eat lunch because Christina went out and got us subs. And I was sitting there with my mouth full of like huge sub, and someone peeked around the corner and was just like, I just wanted to say hi. And I was like, onion probably hanging out or something. I was like, hi.
Oh, I did get you onion.
Yeah, and so then after that, I ended up sitting under the table because it was like, I just need to like finish this garlicky onion.
You should have sat behind the curtain.
I should have. I didn't clue in.
Silly thing, you could have brought the chair right back there.
I didn't clue in, but that's okay. It was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
And their booth, so I wasn't vending, Amanda was vending, and our friend Jen, yarn therapist,
who
does these amazing cakes.
Look at this. We'll talk about this later, but this is a sweater yoke, guys. Like, how wicked is that?
Amazing.
Yeah, so Jen.
They were sharing a table, and then our other friend Shauna, who is So You Say, came with some of her project bags and her baby. We got baby snuggles. I was the designated baby snuggler,
you were so
lunch fetcherer, and help when you can.
Yeah, so pee break enabler.
Yeah. And the shopper. I think I was the only one that did any amount of shopping.
I traded with some people, and I got some yummy goodness. So we'll show those. So do you want to dive right into what we've got? So we only have a few acquisitions, actually. I have not been a huge shopper this summer. I've just tried to not, my children.
Really itchy. There was like a piece of fiber on my nose. I would just stop dying. So I had, sorry.
Just a little spasm.
There was a thing on my nose and it was really tickling me. I promise there's no boogies or anything.
Awesome.
It wasn't.
All right. Oh God, it's starting.
I really didn't buy a lot this summer, which is surprising.
No, I had one major, huge purchase. I know I'm not the only one who. Hold on, I gotta dig and find it.
I know what it is. I haven't seen it, but I think I know what it is.
I got on to the Tannis update. You guys know I totally fangirl over Tannis.
Tannis is our first love.
she will always have a large portion of my indie dyer heart.
Did you see the picture she posted on Instagram yesterday, I think?
No.
And it's her like sitting at the table with her phone, looking majorly businesswoman-y.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm just looking at new patterns and talking to my sister.
Yeah, I love that. I was like, that is so awesome. She's totally like my role model. Mm-hmm. So you guys remember the sweater of doom. Or no, it's the shawl of doom, right? Yes. The one that I knit on the way to Winnipeg. And I loved and loved and loved until I added a third color and then I hated it. And I actually threw the wool.
And then she threw the wool across my old living room.
And I left it there
for me to move to the new house.
I still haven't gotten it from you. Anyway, so it was my a Luna shawl. And I even stole, oh no, I didn't take the needle. So I couldn't have hated it that bad. Okay, so you guys, I'm dropping everything.
Okay, I cleaned the floor this morning.
Good. So you guys remember this, right? And I'm so close to being done, and it's going to be gorgeous. This green and the yellow just, But then I added this color, and it just ruined it for me. And this is like, this burgundy, this is like 3 or 4 hours of knitting, guys. Like, this is a lot of knitting, because there's 3 whole sections of this. And I finished it because I had no choice. I was in a car, and I was driving for 12 hours, and that was that. And I hate it. I hate it. So it was in timeout. So you know what I did when I saw that Tanis was updating? I went and bought another skein of Lucky Penny.
There you go.
Look, it's actually a really good match, but it won't matter because it's separated by these yellow stripes. So I'm going to pull back the yellow. I'm going to pull back this wine color that I don't love. And then I'm going to knit that in.
Awesome.
So I'm very happy. So I have that. I was tempted to get like cashmere just because only I would know the difference, but I didn't. I went with the sock wool like a good little girl. I was well behaved. So we got that. So that is going to be in the whip pile again. It's no longer in timeout. It is out of timeout. But of course, since I'm ordering and I'm paying shipping, I might as well add some stuff, right? So I went and got myself a sock skein of tartan.
Ooh, I knit tartan socks.
You knit tartan socks, and I loved it. So you can see it has these beautiful burgundies and purple blues and greens and reds, and it's just marvelous. It's so folly. It's so beautiful. So this might end up as a cowl. Because why not, right? It's so folly.
Doesn't everyone buy sock yarn to knit a cowl?
Doesn't everybody? I think so. So this might end up as cowl. And then, because it was one of those, pick anything you want and we'll dye pretty much anything, I have been looking at this colorway for a long time, and it goes really well with tartan, and it's Aurora. But I got it in the green label, which is like a worsted weight, and it's super deep colors. Can you see that? And they have like a little bit of purple, a little bit of, anyways, I gotta pop the cherry. We gotta open this bad boy up. So here we go. Oh, it's just so pretty. You see that? Like, it's just, oh, it's so pretty. Look at all the different colors in it. Anyway, so this, I think, will be a hat for me, which would go really well with my tartan cowl. It's good luck,
obviously.
Right?
I see it.
You see it. Anyway, so I kind of loved it, and I thought, I've been looking at this one for a while. I just love that it's, like, the way it's been dyed, because you can see like it's been over dyed at the very end with, I don't know, maybe navy? I think maybe navy? Maybe a navy. I don't think it's a black. It definitely wouldn't be a true black, but I'm thinking the toner black maybe.
Eggplant or something.
Yeah, anyways, it's really cool, and I can't recreate it, which makes me super happy. And not that I would I'm just saying, like, I don't know how it's done, and that to me, I get really excited when I don't know how something's done, because then it feels like a really big treat to buy something that either I can't get the wool or I can't figure out how to dye it. So that makes me happy. So there's my Aurora, and it's the worsted, and my tartan. And then, yeah, so I was super happy. And this was recently. This was like an August purchase. So this has only been the last little bit. So as I haven't even like wound them up. So we're good. So that's one of the things I bought. And then this past weekend at the fair, I ended up trading with some other indie dyers for some beautiful wool. I love trades. Seriously? Yeah. Trades are awesome. I love trades.
It was really fun walking around and just seeing all the other dyers that were there and sort of talking to them about their technique. And because we had some time the night before. We set up the night before, and then we were back early in the morning to finish setting up and just sort of getting ready and just to walk the market floor and see what everybody else had brought.
So many pretty things. It was so hard not to like take all my profits and just like throw it out.
But that's
at
what
everybody
trades
else.
are great.
Yes.
You get to try theirs, they get to try yours.
Right? So the booth next to us is a dyer called Dragon Strings. And she was based, I think she said north of Sarnia, I think. Anyways, and she has this, I am a sucker for single ply. Like seriously, my heart goes pitter patter and I kind of lust over it. So she had this gorgeous skein of like pinks and purples, and it has my daughter written all over it. Like it might as well have been named after my daughter. And one of her new ballet studios has this kind of this purple as her uniform color. So I was like, this is enough. This is a DK. Look how lush that is. I thought for sure it was worsted, but no, it's DK. This is going to make a cute little tiny bolero shrug just for, warming up in the wintertime. I think I have enough. If not, I might have to do like the cuffs in a different color. And this one's called Pinky and the Brain. I like to love that show. It was so squishy soft, and I love it. So yeah, that was kind of fun. And it's called, so the wool she called Fairy Flowers and Pinky and the Brain. And then, of course, we always trade between you, me, and Jen, but this was special from Jen. This is one of her sweater yoke stripes. So each color is progressively bigger in whatever math formula Jen came up with, because she's so mathy smart. I don't even know. So she came up with the formula to figure out how much each stripe in a sweater yoke would take, and then dyed each segment for that much. That's why, like, on the outside you see so much of this gorgeous purple, and then darker purple, and then we have blue, green, I think there's an orange hidden there, and this beautiful hot pink. So again, my daughter, she's very knit worthy, she's gonna have a sweater in this. And then I think Jen said she'd dye me more of this outside color for the rest of the sweater.
Really nice.
Yeah. But this will just be I think I chose a pattern on Ravelry, but I can't remember what it's called now. So I'll have to update you that next week. I might have cast on by next week. So yeah, so again, that's Yarn Therapist, and seriously, sweater yoke, self-striping sweater yoke. Beautiful. I know. So smart. So many people at the fair were like...
it's really neat because she sells the yoke, and then you can pick any color you want for the rest of the sweater, so...
Right? Like, you could do any color you wanted for that sweater.
Just think how many ends you don't have to weave in.
And she's already figured out the colors for you, so it's beautiful.
Brilliance.
Yeah.
I really didn't buy a lot.
You have this.
I did.
You need to show this.
At the fair, out of the corner of my eye, I see there's a booth that's setting up.
The night before, too. So like
the night before, the table was empty. And then in the morning, they brought in their baskets of stuff, and I saw them unpacking. Yarny bits all over you.
I lost my stitch markers, so I had to make my own little stitch markers of undyed wool. Sorry, continue on.
So I saw them setting up, and it was Yarn It, and they had their Kickstarter event back in June, and at the time I had just purchased a Yarn It, and then I was really kicking myself because then I come home and I see their Kickstarter, and they have the teal base. And anyone knows
we're suckers for teal.
How I feel about teal.
Yeah.
So when we got to the show and I saw that they had a very small stack of the teal bases, I'm like running over there.
Not only is it teal, don't forget the special part.
I know.
It's sparkly, guys.
Sparkly globe. My other one is plain. But I run over to them. I'm like, are you guys going to be selling those bases? Because they were exclusive for the Kickstarter. And so I was talking to them. I spent a good amount of time talking to them. And then they're like, yep, we will. I'm like, perfect. I'll be right here whenever the show...
9:30 on the dot.
I'll be here. So I literally, they announced on the loudspeakers, the doors are now open, and I'm trucking it over there. Like,
you were almost as scary as the women running for me.
Probably. So yeah, I got my teal Yarn It base, and then I had to add another dome, so I got the sparkle one.
Love it.
This makes me happy. So I didn't know this. I knew that they were based out of Cooperstown because when I was looking at the Kickstarter, I was trying to convince my husband that we should really go down there because then he could do the whole Baseball Hall of Fame thing and the kids would love it, and then I could go look at Yarn Its. But what I didn't know was that she's actually Canadian.
What?
She's from Canada. So we had a good little chat about that. There was a small little incident when her husband was saying he was a Yankees fan, but we got over it.
That's baseball, right?
Yeah, they swept us the week before. That was not so good. But I got over it and I got my yarn knit and all's good.
I like it. I need one.
Love it.
I need one. Because I find my cakes are falling everywhere now.
These things don't go anywhere. I've used it on the dash of the car, coffee table, the armrest on my couch.
Smart. Well, speaking of things not going anywhere, do you want to show our new project bags? Well, you guys have seen them because we've had them for a while.
I don't think we've showed them off.
On Instagram.
Oh, yes.
These have been on Instagram. Mine has been gone everywhere with me. Are you ready?
Mine too.
Okay, we were the lucky recipients of these bad boys. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
I love it. So these are awesome granny bags.
They're freaking huge.
I know.
I almost got this one, but then you went that one and
I had to have this one because I saw Sue had one of these. And as soon as I saw Sue's, I fell in love and I needed it. So when Awesome Granny asked us which ones we wanted, I had to have this one.
And they're nice zipper pulls. And these cute little things here. The ring. I don't know if there's a proper name. Anyways,
I'm sure there is.
Sure there is. And then I like my arm handle. I use that so for me. And then not only did we get these gorgeous bags.
I love my little one.
I have my little one.
Okay.
Hold on, I gotta find it. I have a project in here. She also sent me, or us each, a matching Notions
I know.
kit. So I have switched over to using this one. Actually, I have kind of double everything. So I have my
multiples. Okay.
I have my thing, and I have my tape measure and my skizzers, and anyways, I won't go into
little
it.
tiny scissors. I don't
These
have
are the best
little tiny scissors.
little tiny scissors you can imagine. Can you guys even see these? They're so freaking tiny. These things cut. Whoa. Sorry, my bad. These things will cut like even bulky wool. Like they're like.
Drop it in your tea.
Oh, I know. Christina made me a London fog.
I did.
Anyways, yes. So these, I've had these for years too, and they haven't dulled or anything, and they're freaking amazing.
I need to get myself a pair.
Yeah, I even have a case for them. I don't know who makes them. It was what's the company with the little lamb? Oh, and they say canary right on them. Canary scissors, and they're tiny and they're airport approved.
Well,
because I fly so very much. Yeah. So, anyways, these are our fabulous bags.
Like poke your butt if you sat on them.
I have fiber on mine because I've started to dye fiber.
Okay.
Look at the inside.
Mine has the.
Sorry, it makes you like ridiculously
the
excited.
Stars,
See
the
polka dots?
fireflies. I guess they're fireflies because they're catching fireflies. My little fireflies on the inside.
Isn't that gorgeous? So if you're looking for a substantial project bag and one that is well made, go see Awesome Granny because she's awesome.
And she did offer us a coupon code, and I forgot what it is on top.
We'll put it in the wrap
I'll put it right here.
On the bottom. Yeah.
Yes.
Expand the bottom section. You'll see the coupon code.
It'll be on the screen. I'll put it right on the
screen. Awesome. Because I'm actually going to go home today and I might buy another one because I love it so much.
She had the hardest time choosing which pattern.
I had like a top 5 that I loved, but I'm very happy with this one.
There was this one in pink.
I know, that was almost mine. But you know what? I made a colorway with these colors and it completely sold out.
Yeah?
Yeah, I dyed 20 of them and they just went like that. So I'm going to dye some more. And I called it Funky Elephants too. But now that my Aluna is out of jail, it needs a project bag. So I need to buy it a project bag now that it's out of yarn jail. But yeah, I love it. Thank you so much, Awesome Granny. I love it. It is seriously so well made. This thing has been everywhere with me. Like it goes camping in my tent trailer. Oh yeah, me too. Totally. It survived a lot, and I love it.
Yeah, it came with me camping.
Yeah. So should we show whips? Well, we got these.
I have a whip.
You have a whip.
So this is, I showed it last time, and I barely had time to knit anything, so it's like the tiniest little thing, but I have every intention to. So this is the Briggs & Little yarn that I showed a few episodes ago.
Yes, I haven't seen it knit up.
Which is pure wool. I actually really like it.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because it's a saturated navy that it might come off like, if you knit with a saturated color, sometimes it rubs off.
Almost like an indigo
too. And actually, it feels really nice to work with. It's more of a rustic yarn, so if you're used to merino, it will feel more rustic. But it's not rustic like I would think of Briggs & Little. Like, I've used some of their rustic wool, and it's rustic. Yeah. This one here is the soft spun, I think it was called.
And I see something else that you want to talk about. Little I'm so jealous,
so
guys.
excited.
I'm green. I use these, and you got them.
So
Nobody loves me. Everybody likes Christina more.
I was asked if I would do a review of the Knitter's Pride Royale needles.
Yeah, so let's
I'm
hear
like,
the review.
yes, please.
Okay, so official review time. Review.
Well, I haven't had much time to knit with them yet. Like, this is all I've knit with them so far.
But your first, tell us your first impressions then. First impressions.
So far, I really like them. They have the, this part of the needle is the same, I believe they're exactly the same as the Dreams. The difference is it's a dream and, sounds like, it's the Dreams, and then they've got this nickel plated tip.
Just the tip.
Mm-hmm. Which makes it nice and fast and sharp, which I like. And then they have these little doohickeys. Let's see, can I show it off? The little hole there?
Yeah, what's that for?
For lifeline. So you knit a row and you just
Brilliant.
thread through a piece of whatever.
Floss or whatever.
Yeah. And then you knit a row like normal, and at the end you take it out, leave it, and you keep on knitting, and then you've got a lifeline.
That's nice, because I
Isn't
always
that
have to use
a
my
good idea?
embroidery needle.
And so I got the full interchangeable set.
Show the back side. That makes me
Parisian.
so happy. I love it. Oh.
I swooned when I saw this.
I need a set of these because I might accidentally put them in my bag and walk home with them today.
And then look, they color coded their cord.
No.
Yes,
No.
yes.
That's so smart.
So there's the orange and yellow, and
I love that because I
there's
can
like
never
a red
tell. Oh, that's smart.
on this one. And
And they look like a good flexibility. Can I steal that one?
yeah,
Like they don't feel too stiff.
nice.
I'm gonna unwind it. Ooh, see, flexible. I like it because you find a lot of cords are really. I like a flexible cord.
Yeah, and then it has
I
the
like to
little
bend it.
extender thingies. I should probably take them out.
Extender thingies.
Yeah, so you can take one of these guys. So if you need a really long one, you can use one of these to screw two together.
No. Why are you only telling me this now? This is freaking brilliant.
I know.
Damn it. So smart.
I'm
I never
thrilled.
heard of combining.
Never?
Never.
Huh.
What rock am I living under?
Yeah. And then
Not a
there's
very
like
good
the
one.
normal stoppers and stuff that comes with your
Yeah.
sets. Like the little
Little tags.
stopper thingies.
Yeah,
and the
so you can
tags.
take the needles off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty.
Yeah, so
Well, you
I was really
scored.
excited.
Okay, so you have to work more on that so we can
I
hear more
know.
about how the
I
needles
really
work.
need to sort of give them a good workout.
Yeah.
But so
Now,
far,
if they want to know if they break, they should have sent them to me because I'm very good at breaking needles. So durability-wise. So what's the name of that pattern again?
beige. It's called beige something or other.
Okay. I always look it up.
I can't remember. I'll put it on the screen. But it's super easy. Super easy.
Yeah. Well, I like it so far.
Yeah.
Very
It made good car knitting. Except for when I was knitting it, we were going camping, and then our friends that were coming camping with us, it was quite the drive. We were going like 3 and a bit hours to get to the campsite. And their trailer, they're on the highway, and the side of the trailer starts coming off. So then
Oh
now,
my
of course,
God.
coming home, I'm all paranoid. Like, I gotta keep watching out the window, make sure. And
And
we
then you
haven't,
duct tape it back on.
we totally tuck taped it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
But, like, our trailer's a pop-up, so I have had the doors come open, though.
We've had the door come open, not all the way. It got stuck on the roof thing, but I had a biker pull up and was just like,
Ours,
and I
like,
thought it-
flat out opened. So the step was hanging out.
oh, that's funny. Our steps tucks up under. Yours goes in.
Ours is, like, the bottom part of the wall, so it, like, folds out. And then it becomes
Oh, that's
the
smart.
step. Yeah.
Whoops. Well, I'm working on something that's almost done. You want to see mine? I don't think you've seen this in a long time.
No, I haven't.
This is my potty on the needle. Oh, yes. Whoa, it's freaking
I convinced a lot of people to knit Pure Joys this weekend.
Oh, I have Pure Joy in there.
Of course.
Of course you do.
Like, everybody that come over that would have, like, 2 skeins, I'm like, Pure Joy!
Yeah.
If it's 3 skeins, Party on my needles!
Yeah, I sold a lot of wool actually, and to people who were doing that. So maybe it was you who had the idea. So here we go. This is my party on the needles.
See, you could have used an extender cord.
I need one. Look, this is my longest cord, and look how scrunched it is. This thing's gonna be
So those are the
huge.
dreams.
These are my dreams. I love dreams for shawl knitting because I don't get live. Speaking of live stitches, there we go. Yeah, so the only difference is the tip.
It's the tip.
They're the same length too, eh? You see that? Same length. And I love these, so maybe I'll have to try these. So you know my issue with live stitches, right? I'm pretty sure everybody knows my issue with live stitches.
I think we demonstrated the issue with live stitches.
So at the show, I was talking to a viewer, and they were working on a project, and she had a needle fall out in front of me, and there was live stitches everywhere, and I broke out into hives. Not even kidding. I had like a physical reaction to live stitches. I went red and blotchy, and I started scratching, and I had to walk away. I was like, I'm really sorry. I'm having an allergic reaction to your live stitches.
We're going to need to bring an EpiPen next time.
I'm not even kidding. I couldn't believe it. Like, usually it's just like emotional. Like, I get like, kind of like my heart beats and I'm just frustrated. But no, I literally had an allergic reaction. So it's like this psychological reaction became physiological, and it was kind of crazy.
I know somebody who does that, like, if they're cold. If they're too cold. Like winter outside, they break out in hives.
That's odd. So yeah, so it's not just a joke anymore, guys. I have allergy to live stitches. Anyway, so back to my party on the needles. So my main speckle, this is my wool at the bottom, and it's sparkly, which makes me happy. I think I call this one Cheeky Fish, and it's got the hits of turquoise and orange and hot pink in it, which I kind of love a speckle. I love a speckle. I've completely fallen in love with speckle. And then the orange is the skein that I won at Eric's Knit Along. I don't know if I still have the tag for it. Maybe, yeah, here I do.
That was a great night.
It's the Colorful Eclectic Dye Works, and it's the colorway Blaze. There we go. So that's the orange. And then the turquoise is me again. And it's all sparkles. Every single color is sparkles. So I'm almost done. I literally, and I made a mistake. Surprise! I was doing so good until I ran out of Cheeky Fish. See that? One freaking row. And I ran out, so I had to throw in turquoise. And then I'm knitting, and I'm knitting, and I'm knitting, and I knit 2 extra rows right here.
Whoops.
And I was like, I don't want to pull those back.
That's together.
Live stitches. So no, like 2 rows. So what I did is I thought, okay, well now I'm in the turquoise, I'm just going to make them farther apart. So you can't even tell. So the orange, see how they're further apart here? That's okay, because I'm going to make the next one just as equally further apart, and then it's the edge. So it looks like I did it on purpose. So I just personalized it.
You're doing it on purpose.
I am
just not doing it by pattern.
But then I have to do math because all these wavy things start a certain number of stitches in, so I had to do math. And like divide and like add all my extra stitches and count them. And there's like 400 stitches.
Jen will do math. Jen loves math.
Jen loves math. But I literally have like 400 and some odd stitches on here now.
That's good.
It's a lot of stitches.
That is a lot.
And because of the whole live stitches thing,
I miss
I
a
can't
good shawl. I haven't knit a good shawl. That's what this is going to be.
Yeah.
Once it gets a little bigger, it'll be a good size, no thinking kind of shawl.
So this is my current whip that I work on the most.
So disorganized. Finish one!
It's a sock and it fits.
So I use the Susan B. Anderson Smooth Operator socks pattern
Smooth Operator.
to put the heel in, and it actually fits. I was really nervous because I have never had an afterthought heel that fit comfortably. It's always super stretched over the top of my foot.
Yeah.
And then it just always looked funny with the heel. Like, I like it to look perfectly square, and it was always like, eh.
Now who has problems?
I have problems with lines. Lines, they've got to be... I have problems.
You do
but
have problems.
I finished one. One sock done. This one is, one more stripe, and then I get to put the heel in here.
So how is your box of socks coming along?
Not well. Not well.
Is that mean of me to bring that up?
2 pairs. 2 3/4 pairs, and then 2 single socks.
I have 3 pairs done. I'm beating you in the box of socks.
Is that a challenge?
No, because you'll win. Actually, yeah, I challenge you to have more socks than me for a box of socks.
I do really good with challenges.
We're not going to have 12, but I challenge you to box of socks that I will have more socks.
You're on,
you guys
lady.
are witnesses.
You're on, lady. Speaking of socks, I've already started my next pair.
Oh, That doesn't count.
In her yarn. Mind you, it's only like a few rows in a cup.
Okay, so
And
funny.
just
story
don't
for
look
this.
too closely, okay? Don't want any hives here. So, whoops.
Oh God, did that just happen?
I better I'll put the knitting part away so she can't see it. But look, I stole this.
Like literally stole it. It was all
It's
wrapped
called-
up and labeled.
It's called shrinkage. This is what happens when you go to a trade show and you come home with less stuff than you expected because somebody took something.
We're setting up the booth Friday night, and she's helping like divide up the wool and place it, and she's like, ooh, I really like this. And next thing I know, she has it and she's taken off the label and she's like, can I have this? And I'm like, whatever, that's fine. So then we sneak over to the other side and she winds it like Friday night at the Knitter's Fair. It was awesome.
Well, I obviously had to cast it on in our hotel because we had a girls' weekend away, so we had gotten 2 hotel rooms, which were
Adjoining doors. It was awesome.
Never had an adjoining door.
It was
before.
perfect. It was so much
That was
fun because then we could leave it open and the 4 of us could go back and forth. And Shauna had her baby.
Yeah.
So then baby got to go to sleep.
She brought her baby. She did not have her baby at the hotel. Let's just clarify that. The baby is 3 months old.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would have been some weekend.
Some weekend.
Yeah.
No, it was fun, and I may have drunk a bottle of wine. It was
necessary.
I was a little nervous
for the greater good.
It was necessary.
Nervous. We had to force her to drink some wine and then go have a hot tub to chill the hell
I was
out.
so nervous, guys. It wasn't even funny. I was like beside myself.
She almost got fired
From my own company. Yeah, almost.
I can be perfectly chill as long as it's not me.
You would have been just as stressed if it was your stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I would have been worse. Way worse.
Yeah. Speaking of our own stuff, do you want to see something that will drive a lot of you crazy? It doesn't drive me crazy. Do you want to see the world's biggest yarn knot?
It might not be the biggest one.
It's a whole skein. It's a skein. This is Sock Monkey, in case you didn't know, you lived under a rock. This, oops. They like Sock Monkey. So this is a child. This is what happens with children. And this is all I've been able to salvage. I think it's 2 straight repeats. So this.
You can do the rest.
Do you know how long this is going to take me to save? So Tales from the Dye Pot. This is what happens summer vacation.
Don't leave yarn unattended
No.
when children are around.
No, summer is a bad time for any dyers. Really, really is. So that's going in timeout. I don't know if I'm ever going to fix that. Thankfully, I dyed extra, but that was supposed to go to the fair with us, and it didn't come to the fair with us. No. But I have another. Can I show my upcoming whip?
Yeah, I'm all whipped out.
This is coming. This is my next. This is my next shawl. This is my my Pure Joy. You want to see my chosen Pure Joy colors? Oh, I'm sorry for the crackling. I know.
What is that?
I know.
What is that? Where did you get that?
I don't know. It doesn't have a label. Isn't it beautiful? And this is Plucky.
I love
This
Plucky.
is Plucky. You'll like this one. This is fingering. This is cashmere.
I love Primo.
Yeah, Primo fingering, and this is was one of the one-hit wonders I bought just because I could.
I cried the other day because...
Aren't they perfect together? Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
Quit dropping stuff in your tea.
My tea's empty. It's okay. Look at how perfect these are going to be. So this will be the main body of my Pure Joy, and this will be my stripies. Isn't this going to be amazing? You guys aren't even getting a full...
Oh, you just blocked me out.
Sorry.
That's not very nice.
Here we go. Isn't it going to be amazeballs? I love it. Love it. And this one kind of puked everywhere. I don't know why it's puking. Shove it back in.
So,
that's what he said.
speaking of Plucky, my husband comes home the other night. He goes, hey, hon, are we doing anything the first weekend of October? And I'm getting all pouty, sad-faced.
Why?
Because, obviously, if we're not doing anything the first weekend of October, and he came home from baseball, that means he's going to do some baseball-related something or other. But see, that was Plucky Retreat weekend, and
Maybe
it's
we
also
can't go
Knit
this
City
year.
weekend, and I'm not going to either one.
I know.
I'm so sad.
Damn it, why does plane have to cost so much money?
It's really stupid. We can fly to London for $200, but it's $700 to go to Vancouver?
Anything in Canada, like think of postage. Anything in Canada
Okay,
is more
start it.
expensive.
I
I want to cast this on and not finish pouring on my nails.
No, you finish it. You have like 10 rows left.
I haven't finished
We
anything.
need an FO because we haven't had one in like forever.
That means I literally have like 7 shawls on the go. I love casting on shawls. I don't like finishing shawls.
Well, do you start at the top, like with this few stitches?
I do top down. I've never done, I mean, I have nothing against a bottom up. I've only ever knit top down. I have more whips if we're talking whips.
I have a to-be whip.
This is a hat. It's Candace wool. And it's going to be mine. And the problem, I whipped through, I know, it's grape. It's beautiful,
right? What pattern is it?
I can't remember. It's on Ravelry, I'll show it to you.
Okay. So you do know which pattern you're using for it, you just don't remember the name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But the problem is, it's cables. I whipped through the ribbing in like a couple hours. And then I've done like 4 rows of cabling and I'm like, this. So I'm thinking about ripping back the cabling and just doing a simple ribbed hat because, damn.
But the cables will look so good when you're done.
No, I loved a good cable hat. And with the brim like this, because I love a double brim, because it keeps you so much warmer in like the hockey rink and stuff. And this wool is so epic gorgeous. And I just need to power through. I just need to sit and actually power through the cables. I don't even know what row I'm on now though, so I'm kind of screwed.
You can figure it out.
Maybe.
It's easy peasy.
I'm not even done a full row, look. And that way, not much away from a full row. But you can on circulars like that. It's okay. But yeah, so this was an impulse cast on this summer. Because I like casting on winter stuff in like the heat wave weather.
They're smaller, so they don't sit on you and get you hot.
It's true. And I
so
think
my next to-be whip.
Yeah, what's your to-be whip?
It's another pair of socks.
It's because now you want to beat me.
This is my Peachy Keen colorway.
Ooh, you're gonna knit Peachy Keen socks.
It came out a couple of weeks ago. I had drafted it up like forever ago and then never dyed it. And then I finally dyed it and listed it and blink of an eye and it was gone. But I saved one from Self.
Oh, selfish. I love it. Mm-hmm. Love it.
Save one for myself. But I have been informed by the master slave driver that there shall be more available probably next week.
He's got you scheduled to dye some?
No. So
well, speaking of schedules, Little Miss, you won't be dyeing anything but custom colorways your club colorways. Because, did you guys hear the good news?
So I was a little shocked the other day because I'd listed my club and...
Little shocked. Oh my god, I died.
And it's been really good. Like, it's been increasing each quarter. And then I thought for the 4th quarter, I would just keep it the same. I wasn't going to push it to increase any. So I listed like the last few spots in the shop. And all of a sudden, if you have an Etsy shop, we've talked about it before, but your phone will go ka-ching every time you make a sale. And all of a sudden, my phone was going crazy. I'm like, what is going on? So I log on to Instagram to find out that the one and only Yarn Harlot had regrammed my club thing.
Regrammed.
How insane is that?
That's like friggin' meeting the queen. Like,
so of course I'm home alone with the kids.
Were you screaming? I would have
My husband was off at the ball game with his brother, and I'm like calling him on the phone. I'm like, you'll never guess what happened. Just freaking out. And then he's trying to, meanwhile, explain it to his brother that it's not in fact an emergency, that I'm just freaking out for other reasons. But that was super, super exciting. So yes, there has been a lot of interest in the club. There's a few spots still available because people kept asking and asking, so I added a few more spots. But what's in the shop is it.
That's can't do anymore, guys.
That's what I feel comfortable with taking on, and then we'll see how manageable that is, and then I may or may not. We'll see. But that's
super exciting. Like, I'm thrilled. Like, seriously, she regrammed your stuff. Oh my god. I just want to like touch you so some of her rubs off on me.
I had a fangirl moment, which is funny because when we were at the fair, it was funny to like see people fangirling when they saw you, and I'm like, what are you like? Why? Like, you.
Thanks.
I'm like,
why?
No, like when they would see me kind of thing. And they're like, oh my God. I'm like, what's the matter? They're like, it's you. I'm like, oh, right, you see me.
I know.
You know what we look like.
Right, it's nice to meet the people who watch us.
I know. I feel like we should start like a Die Another Day selfie hashtag.
Oh my God, that'd be so much fun. Let's do
So
it.
we see what you look like.
Okay, hashtag Die Another Day selfie.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we'll find that we'll look on Facebook. So make sure it's a public picture. Like if you do a selfie on Facebook, you can hashtag it Die Another Day selfie, and then make sure it's a public post, or on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah.
Right, because we can search hashtags on both. Let's do
All
that.
spelled out or just DAD?
I don't know, dad selfie's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
We
Dad
weren't
selfie.
thinking when we named ourselves Dad Selfie. I say, or die selfie.
No.
No.
We're not dying.
So yeah.
Die Another
spell
Day
it.
selfie.
Die Another Day selfie. And spell die, D-Y-E, not D-I-E.
Yes.
And if you go to write socks, your autocorrect might autocorrect it incorrectly, so double check that. I had that happen to me again this weekend. Fun times.
We texting this time.
You would love to know.
I would. I'm gonna
I'll
take
tell
a
you
photo.
afterwards.
Find out. Ooh, I got other stuff at the fair.
What did you get?
Because one of our super amazing viewers
Right.
made my dreams come true.
It was
She had contacted me in July and mentioned that she knew somebody who had a spinning wheel.
not just any spinning wheel, an Ashford.
traditional. She had mentioned she knew somebody who is no longer spinning and had wanted to gift their spinning wheel to somebody who was just learning and would appreciate it. So she had asked me if I would like it. So I'm like, yeah, of course. So we had sort of a little trouble meeting up over the summer because
Well, then with moving and kids.
and kids and a lot of the kids and
A lot of the
anyways, it turned out that we both ended up going to the fair. So she brought it to the fair, and then even better was it's about 30 years old, I believe. So it needed a couple of parts replaced. So we brought it over to an Ashford dealer,
Oh, did you really?
and they had parts. So
Perfect.
it actually didn't end up needing much in the way of parts.
Good.
So I brought it home, and I've already done some. It's been fun.
That's awesome.
And then, seriously,
There's more.
generosity. I mean, amazing.
Oh, these are so pretty, guys.
Oh my God, she made this pack of Rolex.
Look how huge
in my
they
favorite
are.
color.
I've never seen Rolex this big.
In my favorite color.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh my God! Of course, I'm like super nervous to crack it open and
Have
actually.
you not even opened and molested them yet?
No, to like spin any of
Can we
it.
molest them?
They're precious.
Tonight.
I'm just nervous I'll mess it up.
Okay, can you go to the bathroom or something so I can open it and you don't know?
I have to go to the bathroom right now.
Damn it.
I'm speechless. That was amazing. I'll show off what I do when I get some time to sit down and do some real spinning.
I know, I can't wait to see.
The trickiest part I found, so I've tried this one, which is a traditional, and then I've tried the other version, I don't know what they're called, but where it's like the thing that spins is right in front of you. I know, I really don't know the terminology.
I have even
So
less
bad.
clue.
But the
I don't know.
treadle is right below the thing, and then the flyer is right above it.
Keep talking, this is
Oh my
hilarious.
God. Anyways, I tried one of those too, and I have a hard time getting the wheel to go the right direction. Somehow I all of a sudden start going the other way. So it really is a rhythm thing until you sort of get going and into the rhythm.
Feel the rhythm, feel the ride.
Yeah.
Get on down, it's spinning
not as
time.
easy as you would think, but it is very relaxing when you get going. And I found using an easy to draft fiber makes your life a lot easier.
You're talking Spanish to me, baby girl.
No, this is English.
Raft. Wheel.
But yay, that was so exciting.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
what do you got
speaking
there?
of fibers,
Oh,
I dyed fiber. Oops, sorry. I can't reach. Oh. So I brought fiber to the show and I sold everything but this one.
Which is gorgeous.
You think? I'm kind of happy with it.
It's fun.
It was one of the first ones and I was just playing. So I thought I'll bring what I have and see. So this is my pretty braid. Did it come out pretty?
Gorgeous.
So it's like purples to pinks. There's a little bit of kind of an orangey pinky, and then I wanted some white spots on it because to kind of show the tonality of it. So yeah, I'm thinking of taking up fiber dyeing because it's a lot of fun. And of course me, diving off the deep end, it's not superwash. I drove right into what is known as like the hardest wool to dye without felting it. And I didn't felt it. Woo woo. I'm a little proud of that. Anyway, so I really like it. All the other ones sold at the fair. So I'm going to put this one up in the shop for the update
Actually,
tomorrow.
one of the kind girls that came to help, Shauna, she had taken a braid that she wanted to keep, and Amanda just took it out of safekeeping and sold it. So
I
poor
did
Shauna
not. Shauna, she did not. She took the other. She took another one.
braid.
No, she showed it to the woman, and the woman liked it. And Shauna said, "Well, you take that one, and then I'll take this one." I did not steal it.
And then we went spindle shopping. Because
Yes.
she had to start spinning.
And think of this way, the way I told her that she's allowed to buy the expensive spindle because she didn't pay for the fiber. So therefore, you take the money that you would have spent on the fiber and you put it towards the spindle, and then the spindle's not as expensive.
Exactly.
Perfect reasoning.
Exactly. They have some really pretty spindles too. I wish there was more
Fibery stuff.
spinny stuff there. I love a pretty spindle. But there was a few there, but
Yeah.
I already have 3.
You need to spin more too.
I know.
But it's okay. I completely
figure it out.
support you getting more spindles. If you want to buy it, we'll support you, won't we, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like wool.
I'm learning that
You
I
need
like
stash spindles.
I like the wooden ones.
And because once you're spinning on it, it's not like you can take it off to spin a different fiber. You're committed. So it's like needles. You need more than one of each size because what if one's on a project
have loads.
and you need it for another one?
I have 4 sets of interchangeable
Exactly.
needles.
So why shouldn't you have 4 spindles?
And I can guarantee you there's not one US 7 available anywhere except for this brand new set.
So that's why you need more spindles, guys. Tell your husbands, significant others, wife, whatever turns your crank. That is why you need more than one spindle. Because the fiber is
true.
committed. You're committed. You
We
have
said
to.
so.
We said so.
And we're on the internet, so it must be true.
I've signed autographs. It has to be true. Well, I think that's all my whips, but we have dye stuff to show you. Did you want to show yours first?
Sure. I sent out a message on Instagram to say, hey, sign up for my newsletter because I'm going to make some newsletters. Like I'm going to be sending out my update announcements by newsletter with all the details in it, which makes it easier for you to sort of reference. And then as a surprise, I did a surprise gingerbread house update a couple of days later.
Just to see if you were paying attention. You know.
Which I think a lot of them were happy about because it sure went fast. And then I had sent out a different newsletter to say that I had had a Halloween update Monday this past week.
Yeah.
Well, this week, Monday past. A couple days ago.
So that works.
And then I had a colorway that I was going to dye, and then I decided against dyeing it. So then that meant I also dyed one of the fall ones. So this one is cider house.
I like that
With
one.
red or with green.
Ooh.
I really quite like it.
I really like that green.
I quite like it.
Yeah.
I also dyed Ghoulish, which had purple
Love it.
or orange.
I like the orange, I think.
This one was quite popular too.
Yeah.
And then the most popular Halloween colorway is Haunted, which had the option of almost black. I call it almost black because it is very hard to get a completely saturated black that won't bleed. So I don't dye it completely saturated.
You know what I have to dye my pencil toes saturated black, and it's a gong show.
Yeah.
But it's easy for me to
haunted,
rinse.
so it's supposed to be kind
It's
of
supposed to be kind of haunted.
yeah. Or this burnt orange.
No, I like the other one. Call it toner black. No, toner black's maybe dark. Faded
Anywho,
black.
This one was super popular. There was also
Charcoal.
Frankenfeet. And I had made a couple of Frankenfeet in mega skeins. So usually you get 85 grams of the stripes and 30 grams of the mini in the solid color. For the mega skeins, this part is 115 grams plus the 30.
That's a big guy.
If you can't make a pair of socks out of those, yeah, enter in clown territory. Like, those are some massive feet.
Or it's a big pair and a little pair matching daddy kid socks, maybe?
That could be, yeah. Because I can get a pair of size men's 10.5 out of this. Mm-hmm. But that's using every
or
inch.
knee highs, or
knee
even
highs.
thigh highs.
Yeah.
That could look really cool. Part of your costume, like Wicked Witch of the West or something.
But, so I don't have mega skeins for very many of my colorways, but if there's a colorway where you'd like to make bigger socks for the guys in your life, then let me know. And next
hey,
time
no
I dye
judgment. If you have big feet too,
well,
we're good.
That's true. Ooh, funny foot story, I guess. So,
what kind of knitting podcast is funny feet stories? Oh my god. Okay.
Why not?
No.
So my brother-in-law got married a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And leading up to the wedding, I was on the hunt for shoes. Oh. What I really wanted to wear was
I got so many texts about shoes.
Was this one pair of shoes that I had borrowed from one of my girlfriends a while ago, and I was 100% certain I'd given them back to her. So I texted her and I said, "Do you still have those shoes?" And she goes, "What shoes?" I'm like, "The black ones with the bow on them." She goes, "If I did, I definitely threw them out, but I have these ones."
Because she moved within like the last 2 years, maybe.
Yeah. So I'm texting her, and I'm like, "I can't find anything. I'm at the mall, and there's just not the right thing. You're such a brat. Why did you throw out my shoes?" And then I got home from shopping, and it turns out that I may not have given them back. That they may accidentally have been packed, and they were sitting in my garage. So I had to text her back and apologize and beg forgiveness. But I did.
And you just moved, so you'd think you would remember them from the packing and the unpacking.
No, because I packed those in the spring.
Oh, like when you were getting ready to sell?
You know, when I was smart and organized and doing things in advance. So yeah, that was not so good. But it was a beautiful wedding.
Yes. And you look pretty hot in that dress. I liked it.
Yeah.
If you guys saw the picture on Instagram, it was an epic dress.
It's a very nice dress.
You're not supposed to look better than the bride. Do you know that, right?
Oh,
That's
no,
like
I
a general rule.
Her dress was amazing.
You don't think you posted pictures of her dress?
Well, because I posted a picture of them from the back, walking back down the aisle. But I don't like posting other people's faces because they might not want me to.
No, that's true. I'm going to have to go and look.
But she was very pretty. And everybody was getting misty-eyed when they were coming down the aisle, and it could have ended really badly, but everybody held it in.
I love weddings.
It was good. There was no audible crying. You could not hear crying.
I need more friends to get married because I love a good wedding.
I'm going to another wedding this weekend.
So jealous. Yay! Anybody want to invite me to their wedding? Because I'm a really good dancer. I like dancing at weddings.
My son is. He was dancing to 1 a.m. Like,
I can literally see him like pulling out the moves.
DJ is like, "Okay, I'm going home."
You should have just like gone over and been like scratched a few records and fun times.
It was hilarious. What do you got there?
I was going to show some of the wool that's going to be on the update tomorrow.
Go for it.
Can I show you my favorite?
Am I going to like it? Because it looks like colors I might like.
Pretty?
That is gorgeous.
It's like greens and blue.
Oh,
Amanda.
yes, this was cute. Did I tell you these? Her and her husband are mushy mushy. They're so mushy mushy.
So my husband's helping me like pack up and stuff, and he sees this skein, which is like a little dark, and he's like, "Ooh, I really like that one." So in my frantic attempt to name everything, I called this. So you guys know my husband's name's Rob, so he's Robbie. And then as I'm packing up, this is my favorite, so I named it Amanda. So we have Robbie and Amanda. Wouldn't this make like a really cute shawl together? Like just subtle differences to them? Just an idea. When you go to order tomorrow.
Yeah, I totally had to warn Jen, because Jen and Amanda shared a room. I'm like, just be forewarned, she'll probably like have to make a late night call to the husband and, you know, kiss each other virtually goodnight and all this stuff.
I'm not that bad.
They're so mushy. She thinks I don't know, but I know. We shared a room before.
I miss him when he's gone. I'm gone. I'm bad.
He's probably sending you tool pill
pictures. You don't want to know what's on my phone. Which is ironic because we've been dating for so freaking long.
Married for so freaking long.
I know. You'd think we'd gotten bored of the mushy, but we don't. We're kind of... It works. So here's the funny one. This is... Did I tell you the story already, or did I tell it to you before we started filming?
I just saw the name.
So yeah, but did I tell you the story about?
No.
So I dyed this one, and like I was saying, at the very end, I was getting like frantic for some funny names for the colorways. So I got to this one, and there was 4 of them, and I said I need to do something funny, so I named it. So it's in the big box of wool, and this little old lady comes by, like she's like 4 foot tall, blue curlers, and she's looking through the wool, and I'm just kind of like, you know, hanging out talking to her, and all of a sudden she picks one of these up and she reads it, and I thought she was gonna have a heart attack. She was laughing that hard, and I'm like, yes. I was so proud to make her laugh. It was kind of cool. She had a good sense of humor. I was like, you need to be my grandma, because damn, we would have fun together. And then this one sold really well. I think I had 6 of these. This is Dark Matter. And it's like this purpley gray. This one was a pure accident, actually. It was supposed to be these like purples and pinks and stuff. And then
I'm not seeing the pink.
I know you won't. And then I accidentally, instead of grabbing the pink, I grabbed the gray dye and threw it in the pot without realizing it. And so it turned this color. And I was like, oh, that's pretty. We're going to keep that one.
Still works.
Yeah, and then I'm just going to show 2 more.
The speckly goodness.
Speckly goodness, but this one's kind of funny too. I'm going to tell about the pool party story.
Oh. I had to put it back down after she told me this story.
I know nobody's going to buy it now.
This skein will not sell to a podcast viewer.
So, this fun one has the red and some, not a lot of teal, just a few couple like pooly kind of teals. Splashes. And then we have this fun yellow at the end. So they're fun colors together, right? Speckles. And so I decided to name it Pool Party. And if you want to know reason why I called it Pool Party, is being the lovely ginger that I am. Red is like sunburn, right? So pool party, I get a sunburn. And then you have the pool. What else do you have in pool? That's for the P in the pool.
Does that?
I do. But I love the colors. So
it's like for Halloween, you'll have like bloodbath or throw up or something. It'll be like party aftermath.
I should do like a baby poop color.
Oh gosh.
But isn't that
newborn? And you would expect like baby pink and baby blue.
Whoever buys this is gonna have my kind of sense of humor, and I'm gonna love them forever. That or nobody's gonna buy it, and it's gonna like languish forever. All right, and then so there's one more I want to show in here, and I'm gonna have to pop its cherry because it looks better unwound. I can't even remember what I called this one. Oh yeah, so this sun-dried blackberries. So it looks pretty cool in the skein, right? Like I kind of like it in the skein. But look, wait until you see it. It's so pretty. I might have to keep this one. So look at that. Oh, right? Look at that. It hasn't had its picture taken yet, so I'm gonna kind of regret doing that. But isn't that fun? I don't even know. It's just pretty. It was a lot of fun to dye, actually. Look at that. That is pretty. So there. Oh, you know, someone asked me to do a tutorial on how I twist and use my chin to make it to watch. So I twist. I don't count.
Twist it quite tightly.
Yep, it's really tight. Like, look at my fingers. Like, my fingers are very tight, and it's only one finger. And then I just kind of put in the middle in these, and then it just kind of. I do a little bit of, and then you have to kind of wiggle your hand out, and then you kind of grab it. They're very tight, and then you have to just kind of stretch it out and twist it, and then you get the perfect hank. Like, I twist a sexy hank. Like, seriously, that looks damn good, actually.
Put some slows on that.
Right? A little bit of red lipstick, and we got it going. So it's just about, you have to get it really tight, and you have to do it evenly between your hands. You can do it at the same time, but I end up kind of rotating hands. And when I'm twisting like 60 in a row, then you have to be careful of your wrists, people. But yeah, so that's how I twist a sexy hank. Yay! So I think I have others to show, but you know what? They'll be hosted on my website tomorrow on Etsy, and you can buy all the pool party that you want. Sexy pool party. Well, I think that's about it, and I'm going to have to run and pick up my kids from the bus. So I think we're good, lady?
I think so. It's good to see you.
Hey, thanks for tuning in, guys, and we will see you next week.
Dye another day selfie.
Dye another day selfie.
Then we'll really see ya.